a New York Giants podcast. Are you a goofball that loves Giants football? If so, sit back and relax as we talk about the team that both excites and frustrates us so much. And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
And me, Rob. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, the show. He mentioned the road right now. Oof. I just spent
Let's say, yeah.
On the road. On the road again.
You definitely were not singing that when you're on the road.
So I apologize to anybody who's watching here live. We already got a couple of comments here from the peanut gallery here. We are a little later than usual here because we had issues with me being stuck in traffic on the road coming back from Dragon Con this weekend here in Atlanta. For those unaware what Dragon Con is, picture every single nerd convention thrown in one, and that's basically Dragon Con for you. It's fun. It takes over all of downtown every Labor Day weekend. So you got comic book, you got sci-fi, you got TV shows, movies, anime, everything, like all science, everything all thrown together. It was awesome. You got people from guys from like Lord of the Rings there to like Adam Savage from Mythbusters. It's crazy. It's a huge
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. As we get the comments already here from Connor, 9:30 WTF.
It's past my bedtime, dude.
Connor says WTF, you at? John says crickets chirping everywhere. Where is Drew and Roberto? Should I do the show? Will that help you two out? Feel free, John, to do an episode. Go for it.
Be great.
John says, damn, thought I was going to host. Shake my head.
Not tonight, sorry.
Smack my head. I always want to say the smack my head is shake my head.
Yeah.
John also says, if it's not Highlander, don't care. Listen, there's people dressed as Highlander.
There could only be one.
It's basically one big drinking costume party for the entire weekend from Thursday through today. So, yeah, it's
nice.
It's insanity. I literally carried a backpack full of rum the entire weekend. So this is my first sober day since Thursday.
Who do you think you are? Pirates of the Caribbean? You Johnny Depp?
Actually, I thought about doing that for next year, making like a boat out of like a one of those like electric scooters, and they turn into a boat. Like that'd be amazing. And put like you can actually use the thing where you actually put the handlebars on and everything. I don't know what to call that part of the scooter, but make that the actual mast and everything. Put a little pirate flag on it. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So anyway,
shaft.
As John says, hot chicks. I plead the fifth as a married man, John.
I wasn't there. I can't tell you.
Alrighty, guys, let's get into some football action. We had a lot of stuff go on, and I apologize. We had planned originally on me doing a little, additive to our show that we had there posted for Thursday because we expected to go ahead and, have to add something. And then, of course, I got in late as well. I had traffic on both ends. Anybody who knows about driving through Atlanta knows what I'm talking about. That is the city that you can never guess what's going to happen. So, yeah, we had a lot of fun, though. But now we need to go over and backtrack and give you guys all the information here. So let's first get into the practice squad, since that was the last episode.
Practice?
Here. We're talking about practice. So, we did a big rant about how Tyree Phillips got cut and put on the practice squad, and we should have cut Shane Lemieux instead. And guess what happened? We recut Tyree Phillips for good this time. So he's gone. Jamon Green, also the undrafted free agent corner, is also cut as well. So those two guys are officially ex-Giants. I'm not sure if Green counts for the once a Giant, always a Giant. He was a Giant for like 2 months, but whatever. He's gone.
He's got a giant heart.
Yeah. Well, we didn't hold much hope for him to begin with, so let's go over. So here's the full list real quick for you guys. So the guys we already mentioned: Ryder Anderson, Darian Beavers, Alex Cook, Tommy DeVito, Deontay Johnson, Ryan Jones, Amani Oruwariye, O'Shane Zimenez, Timon Fox, and Tyree Jackson we also mentioned as well. As John says, "Who's the tight end that was a college quarterback, 6'7"? I think we just
He's on
mentioned
the
him. That was
Eagles.
Tyree Jackson. That's the guy we just mentioned. Now that was in the last episode. That one was. What we didn't have was the cutting of the two and the addition of a couple of guys here. So Caleb Hayes gets added on, defensive back, spent last year, which was undrafted rookie his last year, on the Jags practice squad. We also got offensive lineman Jalen Thomas, who spent last year on Baltimore's practice squad, also was an undrafted rookie last year as well. Also, Jalen Mayfield, another offensive lineman who was a third-round draft pick at the Falcons back in 21, started a good amount in 21. Looks like utter poop. Absolute poop. Like, if you look at it.
Why he's on the practice squad.
So he was a high draft pick. They gave some playing time, too, and regretted that very quickly. Wide receivers. Dennis Houston, 24 years old, spent 2 games with the Dallas Cowboys last year. Otherwise was with the practice squad pretty much the whole year. Cam Sims, who spent the last 5 years with DC as a wide receiver as well. Didn't necessarily get a lot of playing time, but was kind of like their David Sills, kind of did just enough to hang around. Just enough to hang around.
Maybe just a little bit above, but I mean, he's got the still story. Like this year, he went to a new team.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
Segue.
Twan Jones, the big one there. 35-year-old running back, spent some time with the Buffalo Bills. He's a guy that's been around the league for quite some time. So the name may ring a bell for some of you guys there. I mean, anytime you're 35 years old in the league and you're still playing at the running back, that's a pretty damn good thing. So he literally spent 2011 to 2016 with the Raiders. Then he went to play in 17 and 18 with the Bills, played with the Texans in 19, 20, 21, 22, back over with the Bills. But the guy is purely a special team kind of guy there. He literally has not even rushed the ball since 2019. So I think it basically is just insurance if we need to add a savvy veteran kick returner, punt returner kind of guy is what we're looking at there.
That's not Eric Gray.
So, he has – no, yes, definitely not. But he's more of a kick returner than a punt returner. That's the thing as well to keep in mind. He returned 84 kicks in his career, only 1 punt. So, but it might even be just insurance if Gary Brightwell's not ready to go and we don't want to use him as the kick returner. Maybe that's the plan. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So we got also now Cole Beasley today got moved to the injured list. We talked about him being added to the practice squad. He's going to be out for at least 4 games now because of that. That's when they went ahead and signed Cam Sims that we talked about a moment ago, because he basically took his spot on the practice squad as a result. As we get Deb and John here going out in the comment section. The whole time we're talking, they go back and forth. Leave her alone, John. Leave her alone.
We're here for some football.
We're here for football. John's having a very lonely night, I can tell by the comments he's been putting up today. We got a couple other bit of Giants news here before we get going with the actual topic of today of going over the Giants schedule and kind of giving our predictions game by game, what we think is going to happen here. 2 big things of news here. One, today, Kyle Rudolph, former Giant tight end, retired. Obviously hasn't been the same the last couple of years there. Had a nice career for himself in Minnesota. So, whatever the next step is for you, Kyle, by all means, best of luck, man.
Kudos, man.
Didn't really work out here in New York, but he was at the tail end of his career having a foot injury issue and had Jason Garrett as his offensive coordinator. So you can't blame the man.
Yeah.
That's a lot to overcome there. That's a lot to overcome, especially just Jason Garrett alone.
Ruins a lot of careers.
It does. Except the Clapper. The Clapper's going strong. People are buying the Clapper again.
Garrett's been a Giants killer since he was in Dallas. Wop.
And John says, I knew Coke Beasley was going to be issue. No, Coke is always an issue. Cole Beasley's not always an issue. Also, there's a bit of news here is there's a big rumor going around here about Bill Parcells, and that apparently he's just a big old softy and has given $4 million of his own money to former players that have had financial issues going on over the years there. if that's true,
kudos to him.
First off, kudos to him. You're right on that. But second off, it just reiterates what I think of Bill Parcells. It's like, you ever have that guy who's like teacher, coach, whatever the case may be,
life mentor?
No. What I'm saying is he's just a complete asshole. Complete. But then once you're one of his people, he does what he has to do to help you and take care of you. That's how kind of my feeling of what Bill Parcells is. Like, he's gonna test you in the beginning when you first played with him. He's gonna totally do everything he can to find out who you are and what you're made of. But if you're the kind of person he likes working with, this is what happened. Is he became one of your people and he'd help you out forever. As John says, he's trying to make up for coaching cow pukes. He must have read my feedback. LOL. No, that's just the guy he is. Like, he's a Jersey boy. That's how we are. We take care of our own people.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, love you. Yeah, hate you.
Let's get into our predictions here for this season. Before we do, though, segue. Before we do, as we like to do now in the middle of the show here, going to remind everybody real quick about the memberships and sponsorship opportunities here for the show.
Enjoying the show? Looking for more goofball action? Consider a membership at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Memberships start at just $5 and give you additional goofball access. One-time support payments also available starting at just $3. buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs.
Charlie good.
Got to pay the bills real quick there, guys. All right, let's get into the actual games here going on. We got obviously week 1 matchup coming on. Obviously, we're going to be talking about that later on this week. So I think it's kind of a spoiler alert for the actual game when we go over the game later on this week, what we think is going to happen here. So week 1, and I'm going to say this because we don't have this in our notes. You and I didn't put our picks in there. So you keep track of your win total. I'll keep track of my win total, and we'll go from there. That way we know where we end up. Because last year, guys, if you don't forget here, because we did this last season, we were like half a game off. If it wasn't for the goddamn tie, we were half a game off the record. Now, we were completely wrong on which games we're going to win and which ones we're going to lose.
Yeah.
That we were wrong on. We will admit freely our faults. We have too many to hide. But we were pretty damn close on the season total here. So, first game, week 1. Sunday night. Cowboys coming into MetLife Stadium here.
For the home opener. For the first Sunday night football of the year.
Who you got?
Who do you think I got? Come on.
I don't know who you got.
Giants are going to win this game. They're going to come out there and they're going to show Dallas something they are not expecting. And I think they're going to ambush them by surprise. Normally, Dallas wins the first game, if you will. Granted, they won 2 games against the Slicer.
So I think in the first game and the second game, the way things have been going lately.
Yeah, I think Giants win week 1.
So, you know how I like to do this. I like to take my Giant fan hat off and just go cerebral with this and take the heart out of it as best I can, which is hard to do when you're fans like us. But I'm going to say that until proven otherwise, we have trouble beating the Cowboys. It's week 1. We have a lot of things that we still got to figure out with this team. I'm torn because week 1 is it's really doing these picks is the hardest thing ever to do before you even play a game and actually see what the team's going to look like. It really is. But I'm going to say the Giants don't get embarrassed, but they lose.
I hear you.
We start the season 0-1. And I'd love to be wrong, guys. Listen, I'll be put this way before I even get too much into this, because I know some people like to go, oh, he thinks we're going to lose. He has no confidence. Listen, I'd freaking love to go 17-0. Absolutely freaking love it. Let's go. Sign me up. Where I got to sell my soul. But that's not legitimate. That's not a realistic way. If we started telling you guys we're going to go 17-0, we might as well not do the show, because obviously we're just doing BS and Fugazi stuff over here.
It's biased. So I had to sit there and think about this game. It's the home opener. It is the first time that anyone's going to see what this new offense can do. We are actually rated second defense, and our standings right now, second to Dallas. Eagles actually fall behind us in the Big Blue review. Big Blue View review. But
I'm going to say this, though. Who do we open up against last year?
You're right. But
we opened up against the Dallas Cowboys, and we lost badly in that game.
But
badly.
Is it the same team?
No, of course not. No, year to year, it's not the same team. I'm just saying, though, if you're using that as, it's the home opener.
I'm not.
I'm just saying. We were pumped up last year.
We were pumped up last year, right?
We made it pretty quickly.
We made
not
a lot of big improvements.
Like Brady football.
Yeah. Well, we made a lot of big improvements compared to last year.
Listen, we did.
We did. So I don't think anyone's going to expect what we're going to put out on that offense. I don't even think the coaches and a lot of the NFL expects to see what they're going to see with a lot of trickery plays that's going to come into play. I think it's going to be a close game. I think that Giants could squeeze it out and win this game. Also, Dallas is on a downfall. Yeah.
Real quick, because we got a couple of comments here real quick. I got to clarify something real quick, Rob, because we got Beef says we played Tennessee week 1. John says thought we played Tennessee. And then it says great minds be LOL. No, I said home opener. The home opener was against Dallas. The first game of the week was against Tennessee. The first game of the season was Tennessee. That was in Nashville, guys. So that's what I mean by home opener. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Had to clarify that. I saw a couple comments here.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I was going to clarify that as well because I saw some of those comments. But Dallas is also on the downfall. Dak didn't start right away. He got hurt against us. He's not playing as well as he was in his past, which wasn't that good. McCarthy's on his way out.
Hold on. Don't go too much into the game here. We're going to ruin the episode for Thursday here.
I'm just saying it's a win because there's a lot of factors, and we'll go into it later this week.
Listen, I'd love to be wrong. You know my theories and that stuff. I'd love to be wrong. But you know what? I think one game we'll agree on is week 2. I think week 2 we'll agree on. Week 2 at Arizona, going against the Cardinals. And
no Kyle Murray, no D-Hop.
Listen, maybe we'll reach out to Britton Golden again, see if he wants to come back on the show, talk about the Cardinals.
And they've been taking.
Yeah, I think very quickly we can just say we're going to win, right?
Yeah.
There's not even need for discussion really too much on that one.
No.
Week 3. This is a Thursday night football game. This is a game the Giants purposely scheduled so they can just stay on the West Coast and not have the travel issues at that point. Week 3 at San Francisco / Santa Clara. I think they play in Santa Clara, don't they? Actually, technically, Levi Stadium.
I think technically it's like right there. Yeah,
I think that's where it is. I don't think it's actually in San.
I mean, that's what a lot of these. That's a lot of these teams.
Santa Clara.
I mean,
yeah. I hate when a team doesn't play where they're supposed to, like the Giants. Anyway, the East Rutherford Giants play the Santa Clara 49ers. Again, this is where I got to think with my brain instead of my heart, and I'm going to say the Giants lose because the Niners are potentially the best team in this entire conference.
They got the number 1 defense coming into this year. It's going to be, if we win, it's going to be a squeeze by, but I'm chalking this one up to a loss.
All right. So far we're agreeing except for week 1. Let's see where we go. Week 4 now, we're 1-2, and we're going to the Seahawks at home. The Seahawks beat us last year barely thanks to a couple of fumbles here. Well, Richie James ain't in the game anymore, so I'm going to say the Seahawks, we win. We go ahead and beat the Seahawks. And I think part of it is I think you're going to see a downfall in a certain QB that some people want to punch in the face occasionally with Geno Smith there. I got us going back to 500.
Yeah. So this is like one of those mega games where Giants have a tendency to lose. Sneaky Pete can't count him out. I haven't been able to say that in a while.
I see you haven't said Sneaky Pete in forever.
I know. It's been a while. Whew. It feels good to get that off my shoulders.
You know what we should do? Real quick. We probably should have already done it. But you know what? Screw it. We're gonna do it now. No, we can't. No, we're gonna save it for Wednesdays. You know what video I'm talking about. We're gonna save it for Wednesday. We do our picks on Wednesday. Oh yes. Those who have been watching the video don't even know about this video. Probably we did the video, even though it's a video. Then we're still doing the audio platforms.
Yeah.
It'd be like all new for these guys. So who you got there on week 4 then?
I'm going to take the Giants to win this. They're going to squeak by. It's going to be a close game, but they're going to squeak by.
So you got them 3-1. I got them 2-2 to start the season.
Yep.
All right. Week number 5 at Miami, playing the Dolphins, hanging out with Gloria Estefan. And I think listen, I'm going to that game. You know, I haven't bought a ticket yet, but that's my plan is to go to that game. So I can't have the Giants lose when I go there. The Giants have never lost a game I've been to. I'm just going to say it right now. And I'm not just saying that in case somebody wants to buy me plane tickets and season tickets and all. I'm just saying, you know, perhaps go to buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs and put that donation in there.
Buy me a plane ticket and seats.com.
we might go 17-0 then. But yeah, I got the Giants winning. I got them. It's going to be a close game, I think, because the Dolphins are a good team. Unless Tua gets concussed in the first 4 weeks, and then we'll probably kill him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So
you're keeping us in suspense. Like, I mean,
I thought you were about to say something else. So
no. I was looking at the comments real quick here. Yeah. John's on a roll.
How he is. So with that game, you're saying we're going to win, huh?
As long, I think we have to do some stuff and keeping some of the receivers in check, which is going to be difficult with rookie corners. But I'm thinking that we're going to win the game. I think the Dolphins are actually going to disappoint people this year. I really do.
Well, we're going to disagree on this week. I think if we keep the rookies on the outside in the corner position with that speed and that athleticism from those guys, and Tua's healthy, if they got a healthy Dolphins, it's going to be a tough game. We're going to chalk this one up to a loss.
We got 3-2 for both of us here.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the Washington, whatever they are this year. We're at home. They're still the Commanders, right? For now, I think.
For now.
I got.
I mean, they made a big stink on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it.
X gonna give it to you. I got us winning because DJ Love just beating the crap out of DC. No matter what name they use, it's like even when he couldn't win games for the life of him, he still beat the Commanders. So yeah, I got. You know, hold on. You know what? I skipped a game. Shame on me. I skipped a game. We have a Sunday Night Football game actually first against the Buffalo Bills here at
Shame
Buffalo,
on you,
week 6. Ooh, I can't believe I did that. Guess what though? I got us winning again. I think this is something that the players are going to play so goddamn hard for Dable. They're going to run through a freaking brick wall for him, and they're going to prove it because it's going to be a close damn game. Buffalo's a good team. Don't get me wrong. Buffalo is like the new Chargers. They just go 13-3 in the regular season, then blow it in the postseason. But remember, that's what Ryan Leaf those years. I mean, Ryan Leaf. Sorry, Ryan Leaf. Why am I drawing a blank right now on their quarterback?
Philip Rivers.
Philip Rivers. Oh my God, this is what happens when I drive for like 9 hours plus to go right on air afterwards. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. So, but yeah, I got us winning. I think the Giants will win, same as they pull one out for a wink against Baltimore last year. It's gonna be the same kind of thing.
I have this in the man column. Like, it could go either way because I believe that, but Buffalo's also very dominant very early in the year. I have this chalked up to the loss that we're at 500 at week 6.
Oof. All right, week 7. I already told you we're going to win that game. What do you think?
Yeah,
I skipped ahead by accident.
Yeah, no, we're going to win that game.
I got so excited. I'm like, game we should win easily.
Yeah,
I have no faith in Sam Howell whatsoever.
No, and neither do the Washington whatevers they are. They don't. It took them forever to name him the starter.
I know.
It shows you the faith they have in that man. Gotta have Sam Howard.
I gotta have faith.
The biscuit style.
Limp Bizkit committee down in Kansas City.
It's amazing. After we talked about Limp Bizkit on the air, and I said that I heard about Limp Bizkit last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
They're making a comeback now.
Oh, they have a big following. I know
they do.
At work,
I can't believe it.
At work, I was talking to someone that was seniors younger than me, and they're like, "Oh, I love Limp Bizkit." I was like, "What?"
You know who's not making a comeback though? You heard who died today, right?
Who?
Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Yeah, he died today. Oh. I heard.
Aren't they on tour?
He's got liver failure. He died from today, so I don't think they were on tour.
I know they were on tour, but
if they were on tour and he was dying of liver failure, kudos to him for being able to do that. Because damn. No, actually, it says he retired in 21.
I thought they were doing I thought I heard on the radio that they were, at least planning on touring.
Which is weird. So I'm looking at his Wikipedia page, and it said he died in 2023 from acute liver failure. It couldn't have been too acute if he died from it. I mean, not to be cruel about it. I'm not trying to make the joke about it. I'm just saying, I don't know what the difference is, but it just sounds bad. Like, it's obviously not that acute. He died from it. Yeah. Anyway, back to football.
Yeah. Foosball.
Before we get in trouble, we talked about the sub. We're gonna get canceled one day. It's gonna happen.
One day. But until then, we're going to talk about the Jets. Oh, I already said that we're winning. Okay. We're beating Washington, whoever. We're going to go on to the Jets.
When you're a Jet, you're a Jet to the end of the season, which is the regular season, because you can never get in the playoffs because you suck.
Unless you go into New York radio, that's all they're talking about, how great they're going to be this year.
Yeah. All righty. Who we got?
Oh, I got the New York football team women that went in this game.
You think New York
the Giants?
Game,
huh? New York
you know what?
Well, actually,
I want Jihad Ward to smack the crap out of Aaron Rodgers.
I want to see a big sack from Ward and just him get up and be like, "Who am I?"
You want to see a what? Did you say?
I said, gross. I said I want to see John
This program
Ward
is
sack.
not rated PG.
Yeah. I want to see his big sack and him say,
we just went to NC 17 in this whole segment with the Jets here. Wow. So yeah, that's 8. So we're at the kind of halfway point now. How many wins you got?
I got 5 wins, 3 losses against the Jets.
I
got
a 6-2, dude.
Well,
this is kind of high. I'm kind of shocked how high this is. I did not expect to go this high with it.
It's
like I said, this was no prep work because we literally I just got home like literally 5 minutes before we get on the air here. But yeah, and you know what's happening now because we're playing the Raiders next.
Oh,
and you know what I think of the Raiders. So guess what I have us doing again?
Another W.
Winning. We got some Tigers blood this year.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of crazy. I didn't expect to be this high.
What were you guys doing on the way home?
Dragon Con too. For the record, I didn't do anything except alcohol. Anyway, a lot of alcohol. All right, who you got?
Oh, against the Raiders, so we're winning.
Yes,
that's the first thing I said. Flat out W.
Okay. So here we go. Next up, we got Dallas again. And you know what I'm going to say? Again, I got to take my Giant fan hat off and think with my brain, not my heart. And until we beat Dallas on a regular basis, I can't sit here in good faith and tell you guys that we're gonna win. I'd love to win. We have trouble beating. I know Dakota just got on there. He'll let me saying this. We don't beat Dallas or Philadelphia. We just haven't done it consistently the last couple of years. So until you prove me to this is the new Giants that actually wins those divisional games, I can't in good conscience, because I'm trying to treat this like if I was gambling my money on these games right now, what would I do? I wouldn't put my money on this game if I on the Giants. I couldn't.
No.
So I'm gonna again say that Dallas wins this game.
Well, I'm gonna take it where this week I agree with you. Week 1, I don't, but week 2, we're going down. We're playing in Dallas,
down,
which,
baby, no sweeter than rainbow.
which they actually don't play in Dallas. Drew, want to look at that? Where they play? Not Dallas. But I think
November 12th?
Oh, they're playing Dallas, but Dallas Stadium is not in Dallas, right? It's like Arlington.
Okay. You made it seem like we were playing like a Europe game or something. Like, did I?
Oh no!
How dare I miss that? I'm like, that'd be amazing for me to miss that, but take myself off until I get a new co-host at that point. If I didn't know that, damn.
No,
they're playing in Arlington.
Arlington.
Yes,
I'm talking this up to a loss. We're traveling. We're going down there. Another away game.
All righty. Next up, we got Week 11. We got the Commanders again. I already told you what Daniel Jones does. All he does is win against DC. So I got another win for us here.
Oh, yeah. Hands down. Listen, we didn't beat them twice last year, but they didn't beat us twice last year.
Yep. All righty. Next up, we got Bill Parcells. Kind of a homecoming, coming back to the Giants there. I was going to say MetLife, but obviously when he was a coach for us, we didn't have MetLife. We had Giant Stadium back then with those spiraling staircases and some actual structure and class to the building.
Before it was a money pit.
No, it's just a vanilla stadium. I've been over this in the nauseum, but I hate that. I hate our stadium. It just has no character whatsoever. Like absolutely none. No. So we got the Patriots, though, coming into town. And listen, it's never an easy win against Bill Parcells. I don't care how crappy the team has gotten since Brady left.
Belichick or Parcells?
Did I say Parcells?
Yeah, he did a few times. So I was like,
I got Parcells in the brain. The guy gave $4 million up. God damn it. I let someone borrow $20 and I hurt.
Look, if you're out there, I'll take $40, not $4 million.
Since Brady left, Belichick hasn't been the same. Let's be honest on that. He wasn't the same afterwards. Now it's opened up the conversation of, is Andy Reid even a better coach than Belichick? But I do think the Giants will win this game. I think this will be closer than people think, and I think you're going to see a little resurgence from the Patriots here, because I do think that Mac Jones is going to have a better season because he doesn't have Joe Judge and Matt Patricia running the offense.
And it's also very, very hard to go down from where he was.
What's it with you you want to see the sack and it's hard going down and all these comments are being here today. I'm telling you, like, I thought that John was going to be the issue tonight based on his comments. But apparently, but like I said, I think people are going to be a little shocked by how much better the offense is this year. But I just don't think they have the talent to do it. I really don't. I just don't think the Patriots are that good.
They got a good running back. You'll see better QB play out there. You can never count out both the offensive and defensive line. But that being said, I don't expect that offense to put up that many points. And I think the Giants will squeak out the win.
Next up, we have Week 13, which I guarantee you we don't lose Week 13. I guarantee it.
Don't lose.
Put all your money on the Giants not losing Week 13 because it's a bye week.
Yeah.
And then from the bye week, we get an extra day off. We go to Monday night.
Night.
The Packers at home. And I'm telling you, I don't like betting on a team coming off the bye week. That's just something I don't like. I feel like it takes a little while for the rust to come off, which just sounds weird. It's 1 week. But a lot of teams just don't play good coming off the bye week. On top of that, we beat Green Bay last year. We probably weren't supposed to if you look at the difference of the two teams. This all boils down to, do you trust Jordan Love to be the next great Packer quarterback? Because let's be honest here, There's plenty of people watching this show right now that probably have never seen that the Packers have a crappy quarterback since they've been alive.
Yeah.
I mean, what Brett Favre's first good year was what, 97 with them? So you're
Yeah.
talking 20.
Wasn't he picked up? Wasn't he picked up like
He was
93,
traded-
94?
He was traded, but
Yeah,
from the to the 96, I want to say. To
I would
the
say it's earlier than
Packers.
that.
But I don't think he was that good until the late 90s, really. Let me see here. I'm going to make me look up Brett Favre. What is this about? Inappropriate text messages and robbing people. What's going on? So, yeah, he went 92, but he wasn't really that
93.
He wasn't really that good till 95. 95 was his breakout year. So you're talking 95. So you got
almost 30 years
since they've had a crappy quarterback. So I'm going to trust them that they know what they're doing because they've got a good history of knowing what they're doing. So I do think that in the end, we're going to lose this game because I'm going to trust that Jordan Love is legit. And I'm going to trust that coming off of a bye week, it's hard to go in running fresh like that and go in and beating a good team there. So we'll see what's going to happen there. Again, I'd love to be wrong. It's just the feeling I got.
I love you to be wrong too because I'm going to predict that they win this game at home.
Woo! All right. Next up, we have December 17th, week 15. Preparing for the holidays. We got the Saints. The Saints come marching in to MetLife Stadium. And guess what?
They're going to be crying.
Winner, chicken dinner. Winner.
Derek Carr will be crying on his way back south.
David Carr will be consoling him while secretly going, I was a Giant. Yes. So, yeah, I got us winning the game. And that leads us to Christmas. Is there coal in our stocking?
Jingle bells.
Because we got the Philadelphia Eagles here. And you know what I'm about to say. I think you know what I'm about to say.
And I'm going to agree with you. Especially I don't agree.
Again, the Giants have issues playing the Eagles and playing the Cowboys. So until they prove to me they can beat those two teams, I can't, with good conscience, sit there and bet money that we're going to win. So therefore, I'm going to say that we're going to lose that game and not have a Merry Christmas.
I agree. I'll be sipping the eggnog hard that night.
What does that mean? Is that innuendo of some kind?
You get your mind out of the gutter tonight.
You're the one who keeps making these comments here. I mean, all right. Next up, New Year's Eve now. We got all the holidays here. The Rams coming into MetLife Stadium. And this is that kind of a toss-up team. Hey, when Matt Stafford's back, is he healthy? They lost some of the pieces like Jalen Ramsey they had. How good are they still? They got a couple of good stars there. Obviously, they got Aaron Donald. But I'm going to say the Giants win.
Yeah, I put them down as a win. It's going to be a tough game for them. I think the Saints are going to come back off that Super Bowl hangover and play way better than they did last year. Not saying they're going to be a great team because they still have a lot to pay for winning that Super Bowl and pretty much selling their soul to the devil.
It's not difficult to play better than they played last year. When you get Baker Mayfield and that looks better, that's an issue.
Correct.
Looking at you, Bucks fans. Looking at you, Bucks fans. All right. We got the last game.
Drew, do you know when this game is?
What the Philadelphia Eagle game?
Yeah, the last game, week 18. Because
you put to be determined here.
I know I was getting there because they have not announced this game. Because if both these teams are competitors in our division, possibly both in playoff potentials, it could be flex from a 1:00 game to Sunday night game to a Monday night game. They don't know yet, and they'll make the decision probably.
Now, I do see the schedule as saying January 7th to be determined time-wise. That's what I see it as. And I do think they might flex it to Sunday night is what they're thinking, basically, based on how things go. They're thinking this one might be. And listen, if you're one of those first people that think that the NFL has a script, I disagree with you, but if this would be a hell of a script to have Sunday Night Football, Giants, Eagles for the division, that'd be a hell of a script.
Both teams walk into this game with 11 wins.
Except I don't think that the Giant fans will like the way the script goes.
No,
because again, I can't trust us to beat the Cowboys and the Eagles until we actually do it. I hate to sound like that guy, but I'm saying it because we can't do it lately. It's been years since we beat them on a consistent basis. So until then,
it's been years since we beat them.
Root for us, but bet against us.
Yeah, I'm chalking this up to the loss, sadly.
Doing my countdown right now.
Where I'll be breaking my New Year's vow, and
I got us going
crappy food.
I got us going 11-6 on that.
Oh, look at wow, me too. And I have two.
We just disagree on some games.
Yeah, and I got 2 mad games that could go either way. So
listen, I got a couple games but I have to just give.
I had to mark down 2 mad games where I don't see us winning 13 games, but I also see us winning more than 9 games. But I have 2 mad games that can go back and forth.
Dude, if we go 11-6, I think that's a successful year.
If we go 10-7, that's a successful year.
What I'm saying, considering where we came from last year, considering we have a tougher schedule, I think this year than last year, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Dude. I'll be very happy. All right, let's get to some of the comments here that we had going because we kind of, didn't go too much here with it here. Let's see. Let's just go back up here. Here we go. John apologized when they were trying to talk about us playing Tennessee week 1. I apologize. I don't pay attention unless you're a pretty girl. LOL. Wow, that's a bit sexist, John. Just saying. Because I'm a man, you won't listen to me. She just said.
It's 2023. Drew could be a girl.
No, I can't. I have way too much facial hair and other things.
2023. Don't judge.
John says it all depends on how much Saquon wants to prove himself to get big contract from us or someone else next year.
I listen. I don't think he's going to prove for a contract. I think he's going to prove for himself.
I think no matter what, he wants the money, and the Giants are going to give it to him. We've already gone over this. They would have given it to him already. Yeah. They were going to. John says, "Rhythm gonna get you." I'm assuming that's a song. Did we start doing that song? Rhythm.
I think we went X gonna give it to you.
I was thinking Rhythm is a Dancer. That's the song I was thinking of. Rhythm is a Dancer.
It's also the night.
Yeah.
Love.
John says, that's a good name. Call them the Washington, whoever you are. He also says, if the O-line doesn't get tough, it's not going to matter. Smash Mouth, the guy died today, which we just talked about before. He says, LOL, I just wrote that. Great Minds Part 2. Then he says, he had something else. Then his organs started failing. I heard something about a drinking problem or something. I don't know. I haven't listened. Besides, like, the one from the Shrek movie and that All-Star, I couldn't even tell you probably a song from Smash Mouth, to be honest.
That's not true. 1995. They broke records. Despite all my rage, I'm still a rat in the cage.
That's Smash Mouth. That's not Smash Mouth. That's Smashing Pumpkins. Wrong Smash.
Damn. Rats.
Yeah, that song Tonight.
Yeah. Hello.
Dakota says nerds. Then he says F Dallas.
We can agree on that.
Says, have a great night, boys. The one thing that brings Eagle fans and Giant fans together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here we go. Apparently, John has a book he wrote here. Let's see. He just read it at alcoholic problems causing liver problem. Supposedly acute liver failure is when the organ rapidly loses its ability to function. That doesn't sound acute. Again, bad naming. Typically over a period of days to weeks. Chronic liver failure, on the other hand, is when the organ loses its ability to function over months or years due to damage compounded over time. So again, not the best name if it's not acute.
Well, I mean, it's not cute at all, but it happens fast. That's why.
That's why I'm saying that's not acute. That's small. Acute is small. Like obtuse. You mean obtuse? We're using triangle. That's
better verbiage.
See, Sober than one. What's up, man? He says, "What's up, fellas?"
What's up, Saul?
He says, "How was the con in the land this year, Drew? I used to go years ago. I loved it, but haven't been able to go back in a while. I'll tell you this: it's a little bit it was a little bit weird this year because of the writer's strike. The guys on panels couldn't even talk about the shows they were on because of the strike. They just kind of were talking about their experiences as actors overall and that kind of stuff. But it was still a lot of fun. Listen, anytime you get a whole bunch of people together, I mean, thousands of people together, drinking, listening to music, having a good time, everybody all dressed up and having fun, nothing goes wrong. It's always a good time. And the people who do Dragon Con put an amazing show. So very well done. Let's see. John says, my boy Alex Magoo is going to take his job, hopefully, after we play them. And he's talking about Jordan Loves when he wrote that. It says, Santa Roberto.
Ho, ho, ho.
He says, let's just hope Daniel stays healthy, not too confident in backup QBs. That's why I wish they got Magoo. That Green Bay guy was a beast in the XFL. Listen, dude, it's the XFL. Don't get excited about an XFL.
Johnny Manziel looked great in the XFL.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, if you want to get over somebody that we should have gotten, Rob probably knows where I'm already going. Tyson Bagent to the broke records there in Shepherd as a college quarterback, and the Bears got him. They didn't expect him to make the roster, and now he's their backup quarterback because he was that good. That's the guy I was pounding the drums for. John says, Miami Sound Machine, Gloria Stefan sings it. Rhythm is going to get you. Okay, I guess we were wrong in the songs. And then he says, Dakota's here. Soul Brother. John's making his rounds as if he's at a party. It says, trust me, he's no Manziel. He's legit. So was Manziel, just saying.
I mean, there's a reason why he drafted number 1.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we got 11-6 we both got for the season, guys. Hopefully that's the case because that'd be freaking amazing. I'd be very happy if it happens.
Especially in this day and age in the NFL. It's not that it's very hard for getting 13 wins in the NFL this year.
Listen, we go a couple wins. We gained 2 wins in that case there. We had a tougher schedule. We have a better team overall. I'm game. Sign me up. As long as we make an actual run in the postseason. That's what the one thing I want to see. I want to see a run in the postseason. That's the bigger thing. Are you waving to your daddy?
I am. Hi, Dad.
He says, howdy.
Howdy ho.
Howdy ho. So yeah, like I said, good year overall. So guys, real quick to go over with you guys the schedule, the way this is going to work the rest of the week here, so everybody knows what's going on. Of course, we have for you guys Wednesday. We're going to do our first week 1 pick show there. Well, I don't know our first week 1 pick, but our first pick show of the NFL season for week 1 here. It'll be our first week 1 pick show. The next day we'll do the second week 1 pick show. You'll get one of our picks. But no, Wednesday we'll have that
for each pick.
Thursday will be the pregame show there, talking about keys to the game, what we think is going to happen overall, how we're hoping that I'm wrong, that kind of stuff.
You are so wrong.
Listen, I'll take it. Sunday night. Obviously, we got the Sunday night football game here. We may be making an announcement about doing something Sunday. We may.
You just might have to stay tuned.
Maybe we'll discuss it on Wednesday. Oh, yes. As we have one of the primetime games here. So guys, again, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. We will discuss what we're doing our schedule going forward as well on Wednesday, because we are going to change up the schedule a little bit, which I know is going to throw Connor for a fit here because he was very unhappy we started late today. But we'll be back on normal time for you guys, 9:00 Wednesday night. So we'll see you guys all then. Again, as always, we are live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, which I always say, if you're going to like us on one, YouTube is probably the best one, because if you don't catch us live, we can cut down the intros and all that stuff out for you guys. I think it's a better watching experience. Facebook, take notes, give us access to that, because those two are the places we probably get the most the most hits out of us is Facebook and and YouTube. But I gotta say, we are going up on Twitter all of a sudden. We got like 200 new people that have liked the page in the last week on that too as well.
Yeah,
and the numbers have definitely been increasing on there. So welcome if you're on Twitter and new to us. And also we apologize in advance for things we say.
We are two giant goofballs.
And of course, we're also on live on my LinkedIn profile, which is Rob's favorite spot. And of course, we're also on every pretty much audio podcast platform known to man there, usually a couple hours after we shoot there. So we'll be on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all the big ones there. So if you're in audio podcast land here, hello from the past.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Alrighty.
Papa, can you hear me? Who would have thought we'd do Barbra Streisand on the show ever? You never know what's going to happen. All right, guys. We will see you guys again Wednesday night there. We get to talk about some real football. I can't wait, guys. Get market calendars, hit the like button, smash that bell on YouTube, get all the heads up when the new shows come on, because it's time, guys. Football has begun. This is the last episode before the regular season talk begins. So we'll see you guys Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate you guys listening in as always. And as always, Giant fans,
Go G-Man!
Go G-Man!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants. Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support. If you made it this long, you must have enjoyed it. So I am sure you have followed us on all the social media platforms. Of course, you have subscribed to the show on your favorite app as well and given us a top rating. Right? Right? Right?
Thank you to those who have signed up for our silver gold levels of membership at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs.